Can you imagine that Aaron Wan-Bissaka had more chances created within the opposition box than Weghorst? Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jackson. So today we shall be talking about our dear club, Manchester United. I have a lot to say about Manchester United, especially the recent form, but I also just ran out of words because this has happened before. There was a season when we felt that, oh, maybe at least this time we're going, maybe we shall finish in the second or third. And then towards the end, when we were left with like 8 games, that's when we started dropping points and we're just losing to weak teams. Like, imagine we lost to West Ham. West Ham has been so, like, it hasn't been like at their best. We lost to West Ham and then we lost to Brighton. Brighton has been giving us headache like from when the season started, and even when we played in the semi-finals of FA Cup, they gave us a run for our money. But then this is Manchester United. If we think that we are a big club and we expect to go to the Champions League next season, then we shouldn't be struggling against Brighton. Like, if we struggle against Brighton like that, then how shall we be next season? If at all we go to the Champions League, how will everything be when we face like Madrid or Barcelona or any other clubs in the top European league? We've been so sluggish recently. Like, the games have been so poor. The performance has been so horrendous, and also I also have issues with the manager, Erik ten Hag. Like, he's made some good changes and given us hope, but then there are some decisions that he makes when you feel like maybe he's better than that. Especially there are some substitutes that he makes. Like, if some of you remember the substitutes that he made when we were playing Sevilla. Remember when we were playing Sevilla at home, we were leading by 2-0, and then he made some changes that cost us. Once we dropped points and we left with a draw at Old Trafford, that's when I was sure that we were out of the Europa Cup. And the same thing is happening in the Premier League. Like, we at some point we thought that, oh, maybe we shall end up finishing in a third position. But guess what happened? We have Martial, we have Jadon Sancho, and guess who he brings like at the front? He brings Weghorst. Like the previous game, can you imagine that Aaron Wan-Bissaka had more chances created within the opposition box than Weghorst? And this is the guy that he always brings on. Like, we can use guys like Facundo. We can bring on Facundo. We can bring on other guys. We can bring on Garnacho. But he's always bringing Weghorst. I mean, I don't have any issue with Weghorst. I think when he came, he was given more chances that he was supposed to get. But I don't know why up now Erik ten Hag is still bringing on Weghorst when we don't really need him. Like, all he does is run, and then fall. Like, if you have any video clip that you can show me where Weghorst has ever had more than 4 touches with the ball, like, what all he does, 1 or 2 touches, and then he falls down, he loses the ball. And if we want to be a serious team that will make other clubs that we face fear us, we shouldn't be having people like Weghorst in the club, because I was so disappointed when I saw Weghorst starting. I remember I have a friend who also supports Manchester United. I told him that once you see Weghorst starting, just know that we shall be playing one man down. And guess what? That's what was happening. Like I told you, Aaron Wan-Bissaka had more chances created and touches within the opposition box more than Weghorst. But remember, this is the guy that we expect to be scoring for us. When he was at Burnley, he only scored 2 goals, like really 2 goals. How are we competing with Man City when Man City has a guy that's scoring 35 goals? Yet we have Weghorst, like he has the passion, you can see it in him. But I just feel like this is too much for him. I feel like he's been given a huge load. Like, every time he gets a ball, he either loses or he falls down. And then you wonder, like, we can't be competing with Man City. Like, we can't be competing with clubs like Arsenal. And there was a game whereby Weghorst in 60 minutes only had 8 touches. Like, you can imagine. If someone has had 8 touches in 60 minutes, one thing that people don't understand is that a player or a coach will come, play or coach for like 1 or 2 seasons, leave, and then for us the fans, we shall be left behind to suffer with whoever we shall be left with. So that's why we the fans, like, we're always offended, and we're always perturbed every time we see someone who is not delivering, and the more someone is given chances and they're not delivering. David De Gea has been a good serviceman to Manchester United, but I feel like he's either lost it, or maybe he's going through a lot that he's not telling anyone, because this season he's been doing some mistakes that you don't even expect a kid of under 17 to be making. And like, why can they at least bench De Gea for 1 or 2 days so that he works on himself and then he comes back? Like, if other players can be benched because of poor performance and mistakes made, why can't we bench De Gea for at least 1 or 2 games until he realizes that he has some competition in him? Because that's the thing that used to happen with Maguire. For the fans that have been around ever since Maguire came, you remember when we had Ole, we had other people that came. They always gave Maguire a straight go ahead, and he always knew that no matter what, he was on the lineup. Until when Eric Ten Hag came and he challenged him and he started dropping him. And I believe this is something that has helped us, like, pass on my appreciation to our defenders, like Wan-Bissaka, Dalot, Malacia, Luke Shaw, and Lindelof. These guys have been great, especially at the time when we didn't have our 2 center backs, and that's Rafael Varane and Martinez. Have really played a big role. Like, I won't blame our defenders for losing, especially the previous 2 games, because you can't tell me that we've only lost, like, for the past 2 games we've been losing 1-0. If we're losing 2-0, then what are the strikers doing? I believe that even if we conceded a goal, of which I can still blame De Gea, but then at the end of the day, I also have to blame our strikers. Like, when was the last time that United scored a goal? But instead of giving kids that have the passion and can run with the ball, can challenge defenders, Eric Ten Hag is busy giving Weghorst chances while he misses. In 45 minutes, like 6 touches, nothing in the opposition box. He's falling, losing possession. I think something has to be done. I believe in the summer we should let Weghorst go, and some players also should be offloaded. But I'm still questioning David De Gea. Do you think that De Gea should be given a contract extension? I mean, I'm not against De Gea in any way, because he's been there for us when we were at the lowest, and he's saved us in several moments when we didn't have anyone around us. At least for the real fans know where we've been and how De Gea has been there for us. But I feel like time has come when we have to go in the market and try to look for someone to come replace De Gea. And back to my question, do you think that De Gea should be given a contract extension? Tell us in the comment section what you think. And tell us in the comment section what you think about De Gea's contract extension. Do you think that he should be given a contract extension, or do you think that it's too late and he shouldn't be given a contract extension? And another thing is that if you were to go in the market right now, who do you think that we should sell and who do you think that we should bring in for replacement? Tell us what you think in the comment section. Tell us who you think Manchester United should go in the market to buy, and tell us your best moments this season, and tell us what you do you think that we shall go in the Champions League next season? Personally, in the beginning, I was so positive and I thought that, oh, this time we're going back. But unless we win the next 2 coming games, we might bottle and then we end up going to Europa. Like, Europa has never been fun. So tell us what you think in the comment section. Do you think that we shall be going for Champions League next season? And tell us who you think has been your best player this season. And personally, for this season, my best player has been Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford. Tell us who has been your best player this season. And also tell us what you look forward to seeing next season, and think in the comment section. And for those that haven't subscribed, feel free to hit the subscribe button so that next time you don't miss any new videos that we shall be releasing. Also release some merch, and for those that want to support our channel by purchasing some of our merch, you can go to the description. There is a link that will lead you to the store, and I'll be grateful when I see your orders coming. Thanks for supporting us from